If this isn't your first time hearing this voice, then you know that I am a Facebook addict. Welcome to episode 1 of the PopCoco Journals. I have a lot to say, and normally I post my thoughts and feelings to Facebook, but I decided I want to put it all out here so that hopefully you can benefit from this. It'll be as fun for you as it is for me, and since I'm entering this with a positive mindset, I'm going to talk about what it means to be an optimist, why it matters, and how you can get high for free. Before I start, I want to tell you a bit about myself. My name is Ivan, better known as PopCocos, hence the name of the podcast, the PopCoco Journals. I know it's an unusual name, but it's my brand and I like it, and it's become something a lot bigger than myself. I was born in Ghana and grew up in South Africa, and I feel like that's an important part of my identity because it's given me a unique perspective on so many things, both social and cultural. I'm incredibly fascinated by people, and I believe that by learning about other people, I can learn a bit about myself. Okay, enough about me. You're here because you want to know what is an optimist. Anyone who thinks that the best possible thing will happen, no matter what, is an optimist. We often think of them as generally positive people with this incredible spirit that could never be crushed. They have a way of looking at things in the most positive way. Optimists see the glass of water as half full instead of half empty. See, they look for the best possible outcome in any situation, just like I said before. If I think of some famous optimists, I could think of people like the US President Barack Obama spurring people on as he says, "Yes, we can." The award-winning Cameroonian novelist Mbombo Mbue, who writes books about people who find themselves in tough situations, but because of their spirit and energy, they pull themselves out. The Chinese business magnate Jack Ma, who's had many failures in his life, but despite having all those failures, he still saw himself as becoming someone successful. And that's exactly what he did. They are staunch optimists, and you could never tell them otherwise. Now, I'm not saying that in order to achieve the best possible situation, you have to be an optimist. What I'm saying is that if you find yourself in a sticky situation, being an optimist can change that. You've heard it before. People saying things like, "Yes, we can," have a positive mindset. Visualize the thing you want. If you think it, you can have it. Shout out to Happy Feet. Your outlook on a situation drastically changes the playing field. So if you have a positive mindset, you do tend to have a positive outcome that would follow. And there is a science to this. At this point, you're probably wondering, how does having a positive mindset really get you out of a sticky situation? Well, optimism works on two levels: your mindset and your behavior. You can't do one without the other. So let's start with mindset. If you wire your brain into believing that you can achieve something, then you've already set yourself up to perform the actions that you need to succeed. In fact, some of the most effective leaders in the world understand this, which is why they always come off as confident, well-spoken, motivational, and above all, successful. Think of coaches who tell their athletes, "You can do it. Just one more rep. One more lap, 10 more seconds," and then out of nowhere, these athletes perform better beyond their limits. It's because through all the pain and training, they maintain the mindset that they can in fact do it, and so they go on to just achieve these things. Behavior is the next thing. I believe that there are two main types of optimists: those who are active and those who are passive. An active optimist does what needs to be done, and this is their greatest source of confidence. Once they have their mindset on something and they're positive about its outcome, they see things unfold in front of them and they take the actions that they need in order to get it done. A passive optimist doesn't really do anything to change their outcomes. They just believe that the best possible thing will happen and that the universe will provide. I'm sure you can tell which one is more effective. I consider myself an optimist for so many reasons. I've had times in my life when being positive was the only way I could get through these difficult situations, and I truly do believe that anyone can take on optimism and a positive mindset and truly change their outcomes. Now, here's my favorite thing about optimism. It helps you get high. Kind of. According to molecular biologist and author of The Brain Rules for Aging Well, John Medina, optimism reduces stress and it promotes the production of dopamine, which is the feel-good hormone. This explains why so many optimists just look as good as they feel. If you're still listening to me, then I'm super grateful that you stuck around till the end. This is the first episode and I'm always looking to improve, so if you have any suggestions, any comments, or just general beef, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. Slide into my DMs on Instagram. My handle is @PopCocos. That's PopCocos. Thanks again for listening. Until we meet again.